it is time for another cap guide. And actually, in this one, we're actually going to be also going over some cope stuff because we're actually going to be going over, Glaciun, which is an ice bug legendary, actually, of cap. And it's very, very special in what it can do. Even though it's basic, Glaceon is one of the best bug types, alright? IceBug is bad typing, alright? We can all agree that IceBug is a very bad typing, but Glaceon is not a bad Pokemon. Starting off here, we have, well, firstly, let's just go over the stats real quick. I mean, Glaceon has 90 HP, 125 attack, 110 special attack. Nothing like special bulk, but it's also got 105 speed. So it's pretty fast. Maybe in caps, standard, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's fast enough to, outspeed its like threats. But that's not really gonna matter as we go into one of its later sets, as we'll see. But in this one, we're running Technician because it gets Triple Axle, and Triple Axle is crazy in conjunction with Technician, since instead of going from 20 to 40 to 60, it goes from, let me just do the math in my head real quick, 30 to 60 to 90, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's nutty, it's crazy, and you also have Fellstinger, which is affected by Technician. You also got Pin Missile, which is affected by Technician, and you have Ice Shard, which is affected by Technician. Ice Shard is a 60 base power Ice type move with Technician that always goes first. Fellstinger is 75 power, and if you have something very low on HP, you can just use Fellstinger on them and just absolutely obliterate them. Pin Missile is also just, a stab, multi-hit, weak move that gets powered up by Technician. But you can also run Loaded Dice and replace Triple Axle with Icicle Spear. You're probably going to be losing out on some power on your Ice move because, Icicle Spear is going to be a little bit weaker than Triple Axle, but Pin Missile gets that guaranteed 4 to 5 hits, so it can be pretty good. However, special thing about Glaciun is that it also gets Slush Rush. In these two sets, they basically do the exact same thing, with Slush Rush just being, fast physical attacker. However, one is just committing to it, You have Band, you have Slush Rush, Glacial Lance, EQ, U-Turn, and Knockoff. You can also replace Knockoff with Superpower as Glaceon gets it. Your main Hail Setter is going to be Tsunomiru, which, it's fast. Tsunomiru, many people put high praise in for just being fast and also with Snow Warning. But yeah, Glaceon with Glacial Lance banded absolutely tears. It melts down teams, alright? It's crazy, and it also gets ice plus ground coverage in the form of Earthquake. So, yeah. If you want to be a little more ballsy, though, and just really go for a sweep, it also gets Sword Stance. So you can replace, U-Turn with Crashhopper, which is a 100 power bug-type move with 90% accuracy, and has a chance to paralyze, and if you miss, you paralyze yourself. So it's even though it's less reliable than the other set, it's really committing to, your power, right? If you want to really just kill something with Sword Dance, go ahead. I mean, this thing is probably going to be one-shotting a lot of things if they don't, have absurd bulk. So, I mean, yeah. Glaceon, that's its basic main goal. I think it's better under Slush Rush than it is Technician. Not to say Technician isn't absolutely crazy, because Triple Axle Technician is powerful. This is a powerful bug. However, we're not done here. Obviously, this is like your basic stuff that you can do with Glaceon. But what about Cope? What do you do in Cope, right? Well, in Cope, it has, because of weather being infinite, it was nerfed to the fact where it can't get Slush Rush, because you would just have infinite Slush Rush under Hail, and that would be crazy. So instead, Slushrush was replaced with Ice Scales. This is a crazy, crazy change. It can live out like with ice skills, it can live hits that it usually can't live, and it's also due to the defense buff, which is 1.5 times under hail for ice types. It's absolutely it's a bulky ice bug type. Maybe it's not crazy bulky, right? But it's bulky enough where it's like I've used Glaciun under hail in cope for a little bit. I can say it's like one of the best mons in cope due to that. Absolutely love it. For the sets that you want to use, you can run special, but because it gets Earthquake, Glacial Lance, and it has higher attack, you usually want to run physical. Huckleberry and Chartyberry can be interchanged, but you always want Ice Scales. This one has Swords Dance, Roost, Earthquake, and Glacial Lance, while this one has Bulk Up, Roost, Earthquake, and Glacial Lance. Whichever one you want. Do you want to be more bulkier, or do you want to just kill things? That's Glaciun's main goal. You can also switch out the berries for like Lorb or something, you know. Or you can even use one of the previous sets that we just went over in Cap, but with Ice Scales. Because Ice Scales is a crazy, crazy ability, and that's why Glaciun is one of the best bug types in both formats. I love this guy. He's a good designed guy, and yeah, I hope you use Glaciun as well because it's a really good Pokemon. Just don't get SL rocked to the next dimension. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.